What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Secrets of Strixhaven standard video. So this weekend we had a bunch of regional championships happening all over the world, and I think one conclusion can be made if you're looking at the top 8 results and highest win rate deck lists is that control is back. There was a 4-color control deck list that won the USRC, but like I said, overall in general, we have a ton of very high-performing control decks. Now, I think most of the time when you guys are thinking about a control deck, you're probably thinking about Jeskai control or 4-color control, but there's another deck out there that is actually really powerful and is kind of going under the radar, and that's the deck list that we're going to have a look at today. This is the Sultai control deck. Now, this deck got 4th place at the China Regional Championships, as you can see right here, but it made its debut on the Pro Tour, where it was played by Team Moriyama Japan, with some fantastic players behind it, and has some really good records with it as well. So let's have a look at this Sultai control deck list. It plays an incredible combo of Withering Curse and Ancient Cornucopia. So Ancient Cornucopia is a 3-mana artifact. Whenever you cast a spell that's 1 or more colors, you may gain 1 life for each of that spell's colors. Do this only once each turn. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. So you see a lot of cards in this deck list that have 2 or 3 pips so that you can gain as much life out of the Cornucopia as possible. But the Cornucopia is incredible in combination with Withering Curse. This is a 3-mana sorcery. All creatures get -2/-2 until the end of turn. In Fusion, if you gain life this turn, destroy all creatures instead. So you're looking at a 3-mana board wipe with that. Now, when you're in Sultai, you get access to one of the coolest card draw spells in the format, Rakshasa's Bargain. If you have black, green, and blue, you get a 3-mana instant where you look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So what makes Rakshasa's Bargain so good is that it's at instant speed, and also puts cards into the graveyard, which is where the Kuvero strategy comes in place. I do still think this is a control deck list, but the Kuvero element just really helps you close games out faster, which I prefer when I'm playing a control deck. I think the Jeskai Revelations are cool and all, but they're also really slow, and this deck can actually close games out at a reasonable speed. Now, Kuvero, we all know this card, 4 mana, 4/4. You may have Kuvero enter as a copy of any creature card in the graveyard, except his name is Kuvero Mindbitten, and he's a 4/4 spider. You could hit your opponent's cards, but you could also hit your own cards, and one of the best cards that you can hit is Deceit. So you have that elemental package in here, which gives you a good matchup against Spelementals too. This deck is incredible against Spelementals. Now, Deceit is either hand hate, if it enters and you evoke it for black, you get to look at a target opponent's hand and choose a non-land card from it and they discard it. With a blue, you can also bounce a target non-land permanent they have. And if you have a Deceit in the graveyard and you cast Kuvero using black, and blue, you get that Deceit with its full value. So you get to bounce something and you get to discard something, which is just really clean. There's also a Wistfulness in here as main board artifact and enchantment hate that you could either evoke or you could get it with Kuvero. And what this deck is also doing is playing Emeritus of Ideation. 5 mana 5/5 with flying and ward 2. Enters prepared. When a creature attacks, you may exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do, it becomes prepared again. So that's where the self-mill that this deck is capable of with the Rakshasa's Bargains and the Awakened Honor Deads is really nice. But of course, the main reason to play this card is the Ancestral Recall, where you can target yourself and then draw 3 cards. Now, the spice in this deck comes from Wrench, Speedway, Saboteur. I think this is Black Cat on paper. There's another one in the sideboard as well. 5 mana 2/3, and when it enters, look at the top 9 cards of target opponent's library, exile 2 of them face down, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. What Wrench is going to do is Wrench is going to steal those revelations out of your opponent's deck. I also think that this Sultai control deck is very well positioned against other control decks, because you have so many tools to also deal with their artifact ramp pieces, right? The Tablet of Discovery, super important. You have hand disruption, Deceit, being able to get rid of a revelation is awesome. So I think that really puts this deck in a good spot against the other control decks, against the Spelemental decks. And of course, with those 3-mana board wipes and all the cheap interaction, you also have a good matchup against these Badger decks. So I really think that the Sultai control deck is very well positioned. And if you don't believe me when I say this deck is the truth and truly the highest win rate control deck, here we have the standard win rates from the regional championships, courtesy of Frank Carson. We can see at the very top, Sultai control with a 53.2% win rate. Now, of course, not as many matches as the 4-color control deck, which was a lot more popular. But what I really like about the numbers here is that it has a good matchup versus Selesnya Landfall, versus Spelementals, and versus 4-color control. Especially that 8-2 record against 4-color control and the 10-3 record against Spelementals, I think puts us in a really good spot for the future meta coming up, where the control decks are kind of going to be dominating. Yeah, this deck is a banger in my opinion. I think it's super underrated. So let's dive into the gameplay and see how the Japanese pros broke Sultai control. Let's get started. I guess it's a keep. Or Airship of Brute. No, that was from the Canadian regional champs. Okay. Get the overgrown tomb started. I mean, even though I have brewed Golgari airship back in the day, but that was not my version of it, so. Hold on to charm. Do I get value out of it? I don't know. But, is this lessons? Okay, really curious how the lesson matchup is. Do we have any hate for this in the main? We have one wistfulness. Okay. Unfortunate timing on that. Right, we're supposed to hold on to this here. Hopefully hit a land on the top and then we can set up a cornucopia. They got two open, sadly. I'm thinking about destroying the Storm Chaser. Then develop Cornucopia and hex the Otter if I want to. Ideally, I have a land so I can hold up a counter too, but not in this rodeo. Alrighty. Yo, what's up, Maestro? Alright, let's see if we can kill it. Gotta lock in some Cavero targets, though. No Cavero targets found. Best I can do is a Cornucopia. I mean, I'll take it, you know, like, I'll take it. At least the Cornucopias sorta kinda count as life gain, so... Or a ramp, I mean. They're always a life gain, so we'll take it. Develop another one. Like, the fuck? Nah, that's not correct, though. I think I need to look for a land here. Can't live like this. But I am gaining a lot of life, which is great. Okay. Another dead Cavero. The Withering Curse also kind of dead, but rather have that than a third Cavero, I guess. So we'll lock in. Quandrix's Charm. Alright. Looks like opponent was kind of flooded too. They're playing the... everything, Monument Endurance, Storm Chaser, and Artist Talent, I'm sure. Okay, uppies? What is Wrench good for? And look at the top 9 cards. That's like against control, right? Anti-control card. Meritus? We don't have any artifact removal. It's kind of... Well, I guess the one Wistfulness needs to save you. Or discarding. I guess Awaken Honor Dead also gets the job done, but not like card removal, I guess. I don't know. Doing a bad job describing it. You don't need all that many of those, because we still need to be able to remove creatures. Yeah, the rest is like, I don't think we need it. I feel like the rest is always such a dangerous card to play with against Lessons. Quandrix's Charm. Let's remove an enchantment. Could get something counter. Do they care about counter magic, though? I don't know necessarily. I feel like I got a lot of removal here, though. Like, I could go like this. 61 special for good luck. Let's go, baby. Deceit on 2, Cornucopia on 3, Emeritus on 4. I mean, that is... I'll take that curve any day. Won't hear me complain about that. And some lands to work with? Like, dude, I feel alive. Looks like we may actually have a game here. You know what? Great for now. But that is Black Cat, isn't it? Wrench, Speedway Saboteur. Alright, let's hit him with the black. The seat. Oh shit. Oh. Well, I guess I'll just hit Grand then. The fuck? Man. That was something. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Have a peek. Have a peek while you're at it. Instead of cornucopia here. I do think it's usually always better to like fire off like 3-drop and then cornucopia and hold up a 2-drop. But like, I do want to gain the life, I guess. I've lost so much life to my own lands here with the towns and the shocks and stuff, so we'll see. This does allow me to go Emeritus if I want to do that, but I'm pretty sure we don't fire off Emeritus if we can't fire off the recall, so. Alright, boss. Not gonna lie. Love of a strategic betrayal if you could give me it. Let's see what we can do. Another bargain, awaken, and a hex. Okay, interesting. Probably this. Somehow opponent casts Ancestral Recall first. Yeah, somehow. Jesus. Make that too. Dang. Couple of cards in hand. Don't worry about it too much. This is where they find everything. Yeah. Can't believe they printed it. Somehow I can. Rikshas has a worse stock up. Well, it's instant speed, so it should technically be better, but yeah. Yeah, it gains more life with Cornucopia too. I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll try to bump up the Storm Chaser and I can remove it in response or something. Whew. Alright, the third recall in 35 or 25 cards, don't worry. Yup. Is that fun stuff? Got a lot of lessons, am I right? I can develop that. And to awaken the artifact. Yes, you can. That's what we're gonna try to do. Crazy little sequence right there. Yo, Nox, 12 months, thank you. And Null. I'll have to fire off Cuvero here, I fear. Cuvero into the seats. Bounce the monument. Probably a dead Cavero here, combustion, I imagine, but... This grind. Minus 165 stream streak, thank you. Knocks a year, by the way. Incredible. Burb. Jesus, what the... Every time you've looked at his opponent's hands, they've had 3 copies of a card. They had like, they started, the first Deceit found 3 copies of Abandoned Attachment. Now they have 3 Rels. This person is like the ultimate anti-Deceit player. Like, Deceit has never bothered them for 1 second. I should give up Magic and play poker. I mean, deadass, like, deadass, they would be... Dude, you could be thriving, bro. I don't think I can beat that, though, guys. Triple Rel? I need a miracle if I want to get out of that one. I'm just a control deck, like... Triple Rel. The hell? Triple Rel. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna give up. But like, dude, you know what I mean? Green, green, delete the monument. Okay, that's what? 2 monuments dealt with already. One's in there. Okay. Need more cornucopias and you can't die. Yeah, that's the plan. Except we just gotta, like, get 4 cornucopias and just make it so that they mill themselves. I don't know. GG easy. Another monument. Okay. I have Deceit to deal with it, though. Yeah, it's monument number 3. Time for pizza combo and best of 1. Bro. Some pizza would cheer me up, not gonna lie, but... Not the arena kind. Generally don't even think it's outside of the realm of possibilities. They mill themselves forever before they kill us. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's possible as well. Especially if they keep firing shit off at sorcery speed. You know. Not really gonna help you out much. I'm worried about the Rel, though. Like, I am worried about the Rel. If I do that, and I have 2 mana up... I could recall, but I think I'm just going to set up the seat for now. Just get rid of the monument here, you know? And they should only have 1 left. Which is in their hand, of course. I mean, their hand has to be stacked now, like... Yeah. 17 cards. I don't see a 3 steps, at least. Let's go, baby! Oh, yes. Destroying the fuck out of lessons. I'll take it any day, boy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to contact Etsy witches. Or like the IRL witches. I have to do something. Can't live like this. Flutter, thank you for the 8 months. Badass. I can't go on. Like, this is just like insane. Your mate got a no rain charm for their wedding. It worked. Nice. Is this mono blue elementals? Okay. This would be a good matchup though. I'm not saying shit anymore. I think we've had a bunch of winnable games and then somehow the opponent draws the right answers and we get fucked. I'm not saying shit anymore, so I don't know. This is that spell elementals instead. I thought it was mono blue for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a good amount of removal, so we have elementals. Like, this should be our game to win. But you never know what happens. Gotta make sure we hit those land drops. No, this deck is on Withering Curse in combination with Ancient Cornucopia as a board wipe that it runs. Yeah, this matchup, like, this needs to be, this can be our win. It really can be, so. It should be. I mean, that's unfortunate. Jinx? Ah, there's no such thing as jinxing anymore, honestly. There isn't. Jinxing does not exist. Yeah, I mean, Pierce would kind of suck, but I gotta try, right? So, gotta get rid of the horns. I guess I could still be prowess technically, but I'm pretty sure it's spell elementals, right? Yo, Justin, I'm happy to hear that for you, man. It's great. Cornucopia. Alright. I got a couple lands in my hand, but, you know, we can eventually play Wistfulness to get rid of it, and, I'm holding on to Shoot the Sheriff right now, though. Gotta get rid of the crab. Exactly. Thanks, Libby. That hurt. Could never really played that any other way, though. Could not have really played that any other way. Shocking and Multiversal Passage this late in the game. Fuck do you need 6 mana for? The sad thing is that everything, like, hurts too, you know? I'm not really sure what to do. Thinking about just plain wistfulness. Put a 6/5 elemental in play. I have a bad feeling they're just gonna grab plus burst though, but maybe I can draw into some removal here. That's the best bet. None of that hits. Probably supposed to hold on to Charm for life gain, I guess. Could also Deceit, but... yeah, Charm for 5. Because I think this is grab and burst. Probably. I mean, like, if they have the best possible hand, then that's what it is, you know? Okay, not a crab. Interesting. Definitely thought they had it. Block is whatever. Take that trade. Gain some life. Come on, cornucopia. Alright, feels good. Breathe for a second. I'm kind of interested in doing black on the seat. And then maybe Cavero the seat. But... you could also just hardcast the seat and have Cavero be Wistfulness again. So that you have even more elementals in play. It may just be that. Do I not have the mana for that? I thought I did. 1, 2, 3. I don't have the mana for that. Okay, double the seat it is. Yeah, we'll go double the seat. Let's see what they got. Crab for sure. Oh, burst lightnings. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Cavero. Wait a minute. I don't think it tapped right. Can I decline still? It's not gonna have tapped it right, is it? I can't go back. Word. Okay. Only blue now. Let's see. Okay. Kind of love that about Arena. My own fault completely. Like, I haven't really fucked it up yet, so I have now. No, that's my fault. That's really my fault, so... that's my fault, for real. I haven't, like, slipped up with that yet, but just did it. Like, I just handled too quickly. I don't mind. I'll lose happily to my own mistakes any day, dude. Like, at least I can learn from those. Reminder to lock in, you know? That's what it is. This at least, like, saved me 4 points of damage into the face. I'm not mad at that. Alright, Emeritus. Hopefully an Ancestral Recall can get us out of this one. That's so weird. Withering Curse. Why do I almost feel like we take it? I'm not sure. I think I'm probably okay for a turn. I was thinking like if they go crazy with like a Sunderflock or something, I take 5. Maybe I can afford to. Because if you get rid of Sunderflock, at least the other Sunderflock that they made top deck isn't discounted, and it's kind of like stuck in their hand for a bit. That was the tempting part about it, but no. This is the dead card, sadly. Well, we may just be getting another Ancestral Recall then. Yeah, hand restocked. GG. Easy. Surely hand restocked. What the hell? Real restock. Is this crab? That feels like a crab. What is this? Keep your secrets, opponent. Decline it for now. Let me lock in and do this properly for a change. Strike a Vero here. Grab the seat. Have a look at the hand, have a little peek. There's something weird going on here. Double crab. I don't know. We'd have something, like... Prismari, Charm, Flow State, Cinderflock, Earth Elemental. So they were sitting on a Prismari Charm, I see. I mean, 6, 8 mana. Obviously, Sunderflock is annoying as hell, right? You could grab Hearth Elemental so they can like do the refill and play an Elemental and get a discounted Sunderflock. Flow State's obviously a good card, and Prismari, like it's probably between Hearth Elemental and Sunderflock, I think. But Hearth Elemental, they top deck a crab with a Flow State or Charm and they still fire off Sunderflock. So I think we just gotta go for Sunderflock. I don't know. Probably just hold on to bargain. Yeah, but I have more of that. I would rather just like get the fuck out of this game than make it go on for longer, personally. Like, I just want to get the hell out of this match. We're ahead now, so let's like make that shit work, you know? Like, Alice is gonna take like 600 years. We just gotta get the hell out of here. Okay, there's the Elemental. was wondering, I was actually thinking they may have like tried to go for like the refuel on that, you know, but... ...24 to 28 cards. Bitch, get me out of here. So they've had one crab, they've had one Sunderflock. Man, there's a bunch of very good cards at the bottom of their deck, I fear. A lot of good cards. Dude, this game is gonna go on forever. Quite seriously. World's longest game. Yeah, at some point this opponent's gonna chain crabs, and I don't really have a lot of answers for that at the moment. At some point they are. That's not right now, but at some point they will. Like, I'm thinking Cornucopia, and then fire off Awaken on the Hearth Elemental. Gain a shit ton of life. That gives me some protection against a bunch of crabs coming our way. Swing with Cavero. We milled them out with Ancestral Recalls. Bruh. Okay, predictions. Let's see. There's one Stallion in there. Got one crab. Like, I think the scary thing is that I think they're nearly their whole hand has to be packed with creatures, dude. Like, they gotta still have, gotta have a bunch of Hearth Elementals and crabs stuck in their hand. This is still the first match, I know. This is hell. Hell, Chief. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're 20 to 21. Like, it's not too crazy. Yeah, this is where we are gonna try and fire off a Withering Curse. No, we definitely board wipe here. We definitely board wipe here. Lady Emeritus. Double Emeritus is kind of useless based on what they have. What do I have left in my deck? 19 cards. I wonder if I... Let's try that out. Like, I was like, we should almost be through this, so, I think we grabbed Eddie, right? Go ahead and hardcast Sunderflock. I fear we don't really care that much. Thank God they conceded. I understand having to play it out, but like I feel like they were just always going to be in a bad spot against us, not gonna lie. Okay, Disdainful Stroke, Strategic Betrayals, Upbees, Fast Games, yeah. Ultra lightning fast gaming right here. I guess some negates, why not? Stop the fucking card draw or whatever. It was a pain. Yes. Yes, it was. Cavern. We'll run it like this. I think this does too little at the moment. A little bit better. Yeah, 4 color control winning on the... It's bad news for Arena ladder. Like, people are gonna be on that shit like it's nothing. Buzz, thank you for the 3. Ray, Jessica Revelation Band. Bro, when that card rotates, I'm celebrating. Make control players have to work for their wins the hard way, you know, with manlands making 1/1 tokens. I already was like strategizing, trying to like counter their asses, playing like Dimir mid-range. Dimir mid-range strunks through the roof. Such a good deck against control, but holy fuck, what is happening here? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Eddy. The Eddies are worse with the instant speed stuff. Play your little horse. I'll wipe your graveyard, buddy. Okay. No, yeah, back in my day, they used what's that fucking, what was that fucking land called again? Like, from Throne, Castle Ardenvale. Yeah. Back in my day, control players really had to earn their wins with Castle fucking Ardenvale. The honest way, you know? Ducking to ferry forever. Alright, GG, that was fast at least.